Imagine winning 100 million tomorrow. Your money worries? Gone. Your dreams? Finally within reach. You'd be happy forever, right? Wrong. In fact, studies show that roughly 70% of people who suddenly come into large sums of money lose it all within a few years and end up more miserable than before they got the money. Today, we're uncovering the hidden psychology that turns a golden ticket into a personal apocalypse. And I'll give you the exact playbook to make sure that if wealth ever hits you, you survive it. From lottery winners to professional athletes to crypto kids who cashed out, sudden wealth has a brutal track record. And it's not because they were stupid. It's because their minds were flooded with something they had never been trained to handle: unchecked desires, the sudden ability to live out every advert they've ever seen. Let's dive in. Nearly one-third of lottery winners eventually declare bankruptcy. Research shows that 70% of people who suddenly receive life-changing sums of money lose it all within a few years. Professional athletes? A staggering number face financial ruin shortly after their careers end. And these aren't just stories, they're patterns. Why? Because when money shows up like a lightning strike, it doesn't come with an instruction manual. It comes with a tidal wave of emotion, and a deep, ancient part of your brain starts screaming, "Finally! I can buy everything I've always wanted. I can become the person I was supposed to be." That scream is the sound of unchecked desire waking up. Psychologists call it the hedonic treadmill. Humans have a baseline level of happiness. Good things happen. You get a raise, you buy a new car, your happiness spikes. But then your brain adapts, the novelty wears off, and you return to your baseline. So you need an even bigger hit to get the same spike. Now give someone with zero financial training unlimited resources, and that treadmill turns into a black hole. Unchecked desire is never satisfied. It only upgrades. The new watch becomes boring, so you need the limited edition. The 5-bedroom house feels small, so you build a compound. You hire a chef, then get annoyed that they don't cook like a Michelin star restaurant every night. Desire, left unexamined, expands to fill whatever container you give it. And sudden wealth gives it a container the size of the universe. And here's the kicker: most of those desires were never even yours to begin with. Think about your entire life as a consumer. From the moment you could see a screen, you've been fed a multi-trillion-dollar narrative. If you own this thing, you'll be happy, loved, respected, free. Adverts don't just sell products, they sell identities. The rugged man in the truck, the elegant woman with the handbag, the carefree soul on the white sand beach. You've been subconsciously programmed. One day, when I have money, I'll finally become that person. Sudden wealth hits, and suddenly the gate is open. The person isn't making rational financial decisions. They're acting out a psychological release. They're trying to purchase the life that the catalog promised them. They book the holiday that was the screensaver on their old work laptop. They buy the car from the commercial they saw when they were 12. They buy the mansion that looks exactly like the one in the film. It's not shopping. It's a rebellion against a lifetime of not enough. A desperate attempt to heal an identity wound with one-click online deliveries. The French philosopher René Girard called this mimetic desire. We don't actually want things. We want what other people want, or what we've been shown is desirable. Advertisements are mimetic desire factories. They show you a model enjoying something, and your brain whispers, "I want that life." Sudden wealth just gives you the credit card to act on every single one of those whispers. And what happens when they get it all? The crushing emptiness. Because the advert didn't sell a genuine source of meaning. It sold a photograph. You can live inside the photograph for a week, maybe a month, but soon you realize the feeling was never inside the product. It was a mirage. And now you're surrounded by toys, alone, with a target on your back. The money doesn't just mess with your head, it nukes your relationships. Relatives you haven't heard from in a decade suddenly remember your birthday. Every friend's business idea needs a small investment. You start questioning every motive. Are they here for me or the money? You either become a walking cash machine, building resentment, or you say no and get branded as selfish. The isolation is devastating, and many winners, drowning in guilt and confusion, try to buy their way back to love, giving away fortunes until there's nothing left, only to find the relationships were conditional anyway. The final cruel joke: you finally got the means to belong, and it destroyed your ability to trust. With no foundation, the house of cards collapses. The unchecked spending, the hangers on, the bad investments pitched by smooth talking advisors, the belief that the money is infinite. Some turn to substances to numb the paranoia. Within a few years, they're worse off than before, because at least before the windfall, they had a job, a routine, a sense of identity. Now they've lost even that. This is sudden wealth syndrome in its full tragedy. So if the lottery ticket, the inheritance, or the business exit payout ever lands in your lap, what do you actually do? Here's your survival guide, backed by both psychology and the few winners who got it right. Number 1, do nothing. I mean it. Put the money in a boring insured bank account for 6 months. Don't buy a car, don't quit your job, don't promise anyone a single penny. Your brain is in shock. The neural pathways of desire are lit up like a Christmas tree. You need time for the dopamine storm to settle so you can think again. Number 2, assemble a team before you touch a penny. Hire an independent financial advisor who is legally obligated to act in your best interests, not sell you products. Get a tax accountant, and crucially, get a therapist who understands wealth psychology. Sudden money is a trauma. Treat it like one. Number 3, write your enough statement. What is your actual life purpose? What values do you refuse to sell? Write down, I have enough when, and define your true needs. The unchecked desire machine runs on the sentence more. You stop it with the word enough. Number 4, realize the adverts lied. No object will give you lasting worth. Notice the feeling when you want to buy something luxurious. Is it excitement or a sense of lack you're trying to fill? Before any major purchase, wait 30 days. Usually the urge passes because you weren't buying a thing. You were buying relief from a phantom feeling of inadequacy planted by marketing. Number 5, build non-material joy. Invest in experiences, learning, creativity, and real connection. Money can buy you time. Use that time to strengthen your body, your mind, and your relationships, things that the hedonic treadmill can't erode. Number 6, protect your circle and your anonymity. Keep your name out of the headlines. Set firm boundaries. The people who truly love you will respect your need to process this privately. Sudden wealth doesn't have to ruin you. It can be the ultimate liberation, but only if you understand that the danger isn't the money. It's the decades of unconscious programming, the unchecked desires, and the false promise that buying the life from the advert will finally make you whole. It won't. But knowing yourself, defining your enough, and riding out the storm, that will.